Yo, what's up, guys? We are here at Blue Crab Stadium, Regency Furniture Stadium, and I'm here at the Autocross Inc. Autocross event. I actually haven't been down here all year. Different surface than FedEx Field, so it's going to be interesting. It's actually a little bit more grippy here. The lot is probably about 1/3 the size, but you know, a lot of the guys from the SCCA are actually make up the Autocrossers Inc. And check them out at autocrossersinc.org. And also on DLB Racing, they also show the schedule for all their events. So down here is a very nice lot. It still is technical. The speeds just aren't as high, obviously, because it's a little bit smaller. But you know, you get some nice elements in here, which is always fun.
Will be at the start line
so
at 9
they're about to do the novice walk, not now because the course is opened up, but the event is about to get started. It's a little bit smaller and more intimate. So here, I think last time I saw was about 80 cars, 80 drivers. So that's paddock over there, and then grid is signed up over here. So yeah, it's nothing really big, which is good. It makes it, you know, it starts a little bit later, 10 o'clock versus 9 o'clock. You know, and you're generally over early too. Sometimes they have the double events where you have your morning 4 runs, evening or afternoon 4 runs. So it's pretty cool. And there goes one of the guys right there. That's Lee Pacone. So Lee Pacone is one of the guys with Autocrossers Inc. And him along with some other people probably made the course as usual. It's a smaller setup, so they just got a truck, but it all works. You got Kevin Henry over there along with Adam, George, AJ, which is taking us photos as usual. So it's going to be interesting to see. They do open up the ballpark for us, so we can actually just sightsee, and most of all, bathrooms. So yeah, we got to check that stuff out later because I know I got to go soon. All right, so we'll catch you guys with a little bit more action later. All right, guys, so we're about to get started here. Ruby's chilling in the back right now. Run 1, you got the lovely NSX with Alejandro right there, and it's sounding pretty damn mean. He's got a nice aluminum exhaust. It is aluminum, or is it just a custom piece? Full aluminum. I'll link his video to the car later, but it sounds nice even at idle. So when he's at you know, wide open, VTEC kicks in, yo, the thing is nice. So you know, STR isn't that crazy today, but it's gonna be fun nonetheless. This is the course right here. We have a nice like a 5-cone slalom, although we can kind of shorten that up to really 2 or 3. Hey, Michelle! It's a blue car. It's not the S2K, though.
No.
Oh, how's it going?
Fine. I haven't driven one of these except once before an STX trim, so.
So she's driving the Pollux STX car, I believe. Yeah, so she's feeling that out. So it's going to be interesting. She already took 1 run, driving with Greg. So they'll see how that goes. But here goes the lonely STP car in the class. Not many of them, because a lot of the guys that actually set up SCP, it's something to do with the headers and also the tire limitation. If you try to build a 1LE, you have to downgrade all your tires. Yeah, 1LE comes with 305s, and you're limited to 285. So go fig. All right, so we're gonna run soon. Catch y'all. All right. have to go higher than the 1 bar setting. I get good shock, so I don't have to adjust the shock. I'm gonna go 2 clicks soft in the rear to make that 5, just to kind of offset it just a bit. But so far it feels good. I think this may actually work. Softening the rear actually made it more
with a 42.581 in STR. That's good enough for first place, knocking AJ.
What's going on, guys? So I'm back home right now. The event was good. I just got busy after the event was done, had to work, and then started doing some shoots for the one takes. So I'm back at home right now. I'm just relaxing and uploading videos and so forth right now. But thanks to Autocrossers Inc. for holding a good event. The course was fun. Had a nice slalom in there that was good speed. Some of the STIs were actually on the limiter through the slalom. So I don't have data, so I assume if they're at 55 and we're a little bit more nimble, that we probably got through there, you know, close to 60, quite honestly. But there was a little hump in there that kind of threw things off. So you couldn't take it flat, which it would have been awesome. So anyway, did a few things today. Going in, I just told myself I wanted to try different stuff. So on the first run, decided just to go with my usual 10-7 setup as far as shock setup. So the car, with a little bit cold tires, it started warming up, but even then it started pushing just a little bit. So I was like, okay, well, it's pushing, which I figured because that lot does a lot more tight pin turns and turnarounds, more 90-degree turns, so you have to get the car to pivot. So if the car isn't pivoting, well, you know, obviously you need to add something to make it do so. So what I went ahead and did is that I added the bar for the first time all season. Put the bar on soft, and then took it out for a run, and then right away got more rotation, obviously. Slaloms was still good, and then I was able to pitch the car, but you also had to watch your throttle. Due to that surface, although it's grippy at times, when you're trying to get on the throttle, if nobody, since it was just it was the second run, so if nobody was taking that line, you can kind of get into the gravelly stuff. So that's where I was going ahead and, you know, just getting the car a little bit sideways, but I came back, although it was dirty, it was a 42.1, which if that was clean, that would have been awesome. So I didn't want to keep with that setting. That setting actually felt pretty good. I wanted to keep testing. That was the whole point of today. So the next setting that I did was with the bar on, I went 2 clicks down in the rear. So I have a 10 shock in the front, 5 shock in the rear with rear bar on soft, and that is the Flying Miata adjustable rear bar, by the way. So it's on soft, and for some reason that run, the car felt a little more loose. I don't know if I decided to just be a little bit more aggressive or what, but in the same sections, the car decided just to pivot out a lot more. Granted, the Miata is easy to catch, but for some reason, the car just felt a little bit more loose there. So, came back, actually, I think that was my best time clean, 42.4, 42.5, I'll put it here on the side. And then I was like, okay, well, fourth run, I'm going to try something even different. Took off the bar, and then just changed the shock to 5 up front, 7 in the rear. And what that did is that in the timing of the front end is actually different because you're softening it up. That means it isn't as precise, so you have to do everything earlier. That really threw me off in the slalom. So for your quick flicks and stuff like that, the car was already biting, so it wasn't really a big deal. And now the rear was coming around because the front end is biting. So it actually felt as though I had the rear bar on. Through the slaloms, however, it didn't feel as taut. So yeah, the shock obviously made a difference going from 10 to 5. So the timing was just a little bit different. Felt a little bit late on things, so not that it felt too bad, I just was behind because it just wasn't as taut. So the rear end was coming around just as though I had the bar on, and then there was one corner, the last right-hander, which the car understeered a little bit, and I assumed that was because, again, just the timing was a little bit different, as I just wasn't used to the timing with the softer shock. It's just a little bit, but that little bit when you're trying to push it is quite a bit. So I tried to drive 10/10. I didn't want to stay backed off as much like I normally do on reviews, but you know, ended up, thank goodness, with this guy, which doesn't happen very often. This is the second time that this has happened in this car, when I first bought it, and then today. So that's pretty cool. And Autocrossers Inc, they give cool little things like this. That's nice. So yay, hardware. So all today was really a test for nationals. So you want to kind of just test out and feel out, hey, does the car feel good? If it's not doing what you want, what does certain settings do? And that kind of showed me that, hey, if you change your front shocks off of 10, you know, which I try to keep it at 10 all the time because that's how, to see, you know, how the car felt, just adjusting the rear. Didn't bump up pressures in the rear to get some more oversteer or anything like that, which that is also another option, which we can do because we run 27-27, and it's a possibility to go 27-29 or even 30 if we need a little bit more rotation. So we'll probably try that, quite honestly, first, because we can always take the air out. And then go ahead and start testing bars and shocks and so forth. So so that was interesting. So taking that knowledge, going back to Nats, and then we have a little bit more in our arsenal for me and Justin to see what we can try and play around with. Thanks again to Lawrence Casey, Adam George, and also Andrew for letting me drive their Vettes. I have no gold chain, man. I just got this little baby silver guy here, but no Josh Luster big bling gold chain for those Vette crowds. These two cars are on the next one take. So Lawrence Casey's Z06, just a little sneak talk about it, that I am not acclimated foot-wise as far as, you know, working the throttle with the Z06. It is a handful, boys and girls. Going from a ST Miata to jumping into an A Street Z06, yeah, timing-wise, everything's fucking different. I mean, you can't floor it, and if you floor it, you got to be straight. You can't just be coming out of apex or you can floor in that car. And then with them being on rivals, every input is slower, so you got to do everything earlier for the car to react. It's not as taut, so you know it has a little bit more sway. So yeah, the car felt good. It's just driving it to the max takes some skill. So much props to those guys running AS in a Z06, man. I much prefer the Grand Sport, which I got a chance to drive, SSR Grand Sport, and it felt just like the Miata. Again, a little sneak peek. And then the next one was Andrew's BS C5 non-Z06. So it's a C5 with the Z51 package. And that car actually felt pretty good. It was different. It didn't do all the things like Larry's car and the C6 or obviously the Hoosiers, but it wasn't bad. I mean, actually, in 2 runs, I got down to my Miata clean times. So that's just showing how much potential that car has. So B Street, or should I say, I would probably, if you combine them, which is what the C5Z06 is, I would probably like that in A Street or SSR. Although I haven't driven one, it feels like that. Yeah, whatever. So anyway, thanks for checking in. Just want to give you guys a little sneak peeks. Check out some of the links to my one takes, and I will catch you guys later. Thanks for the dozens and dozens of people. Probably only 24 people watching. So thanks, guys. Catch you guys later, and hopefully I get to take this thing out for a spin tomorrow.